Aoba against LBF. Let's go attempt number 2 to get this match done. So as we said, LBF was going with a 2 destroyer setup instead of the usual 3 that we saw till now, while Aoba was keeping their standard, let's say, setup for this day at least. So once again, nothing changed because you are not allowed to, of course, get some, ship changes during between a restart and the other, which makes absolute sense, of course. And as I said, I would have loved to see that, LBF would have brought, only one cruiser to block the C cap and play with the other 2 destroyers around A and B cap, but apparently they were moving this Loyang towards C previously. Let's see if they change something about their tactic or not, if they keep with their if they keep going with their initial idea. Let's see. Okay, so Akizuki, Atago, and Baltimore are going towards A, possibly supported by this NC. This Baltimore is going straight to the B cap, while these other guys are going towards C-ish, while this Loyang seems to be going towards B. Okay, so interesting move. They might send, since they have 3, where is that? 3 raiders, Baltimore, Baltimore, Baltimore. They might send this Loyang and this Baltimore towards some areas around B. Let's see about the Aoba spread instead. Okay, there's some crossing going on. So, okay, Kagero, Chapi, Loyang, Amagi, and Martel are going towards A, while the other Martel, the NC, the Akizuki, and the Baltimore are going towards C. So this time they're not keeping the 2 Martels on the same side, which is a good move in my opinion. And let's see about that. So apparently Aoba, even if they have 3 destroyers, they are not sending a destroyer to B early on in the game, which is unexpected. I mean, if you're facing a 2 destroyer team and you have 3 and there are 3 caps, I mean, you should be the one getting or trying to get the cap advantage. But instead, this Loyang has managed to sneak to the cap and is now contesting. But he might get raided by this Baltimore, but I don't see a lot of people being able to reset this guy at this point, because he's in a very intelligent position. In this area, only this Chape can lob that island, but he needs to be here before doing that. And surprisingly enough, the team with 2 destroyers is managing to get the cap advantage. Okay. And it is an important cap because it is actually B cap, which is not exactly easy to get back once you lose it. As I said, Baltimore has managed to get himself behind this island on C, which is the move that I was expecting from the team with let's say the 2 destroyer setup, which is actually a decent move. They will get their Baltimore into C. So their LBF is gonna briefly have 2 caps to 0 advantage, because they're not gonna be resetting this Baltimore for sure. So once again, very slow approach to the match and very slow approach to the caps by Aoba, as we saw against Junk. They slowly move, they slowly wait for their ships to be in the position they were thinking, and just after that they actually start to engage the enemy ships. This is a rather calculated approach, which is fine, but sometimes if you don't manage well your timing, it can also lead to a massive loss of time, and this is not cool at all. Okay, so here we have basically mirror setup. As you can see, Martel, Baltimore, NC, Loyang, Akizuki. So this is basically a stalemate until one flank gets an advantage over the other. So if Aoba wants to get some push here, this Loyang is raided, I guess, by the Baltimore, one of the Baltimores. Yeah, it is definitely this one that is radaring this Loyang. So this guy lost some HP, roughly 6k HP. Okay, so LBF is gonna get A now because no one is able to contest. They might be able to radar this Akizuki with the Chapayo. I can't see. He's barely in range to radar. Yep, he's forcing the Akizuki out of the cap, I guess. Even if he can even fancy about staying inside the cap because there is no one literally shooting at him. Look at him, he's just staying into the cap. Even if he's radared. Amagi shooting him now, but he's too late. He's too late, and LBF has managed to get the triple cap. This Baltimore is... this is not a very interesting position for this Baltimore, because if the NC gets here, she can be nasty for him, and in this position she is not able to contest C. So this is a misposition in my opinion from this Baltimore. He should have stayed like, I don't know, here-ish. And oh, this Martel is down, so this is why he repositioned, because this Martel is not able anymore to provide the coverage of his right flank anymore because these guys are pushing. And yeah, I was thinking that Aoba would have tried to push on this flank because they have far more firepower here. But instead they are actually gaining an advantage on the flank where they were supposed to have an even force. I mean, where they had an even force, definitely. So, in the meantime, this Martel lost half of his HP. More than half, actually. And once again, it is all about this Loyang. If he can actually contest the A cap and try to do something about it, maybe they can gain some kind of advantage here. Otherwise, the fact that LBF has managed to cap B so early on in the game, do you see how much of a point lead they have right now? They have almost 250 point advantage. Wow, that Loyang managed to get the Akizuki with the help of the Baltimore, I guess. Was that guy in radar range or not? Let's see, he died here. He might have been raided by the Baltimore at some point. So very well done to LBF so far. Very well done. This Baltimore is now struggling a bit against the Martel, but now the Martel is all alone because this Baltimore is not able to provide any kind of support to him against these two cruisers. He's just farming a bit the NC, but it is just cheap damage. In the meantime, Aoba is forced to send the NC in to try to contest B, but it seems like he beached here. Is he beached there? Kinda. I'm sure this was not what he was intending to do, because they don't have time to do this kind of stuff. They need to get into the caps and stop the point income from LBF. They absolutely need to do that. Otherwise, it is going to be over in 4 minutes if everything stays like that. And keep in mind that Aoba, that is the team with 3 destroyers, didn't manage to get a single cap yet into this match. Which is, once again, I didn't expect this match to go like that. It is amazing to see how my expectations were completely being proven wrong by how these guys are playing. Oof. Okay. Nice shot from the NC to that on that Martel. And this is 2-0 for LBF. They are now contesting, they are now pushing heavily the NC inside B. They are even capping it with the Loyang. So they might get the B cap. NC shot out on the Baltimore. He might go down here. No citadels, just a couple of pens. So this guy is actually lucky to be still alive. He has a double fire on him, and is he spotted? Let's see. No, they lost vision of him. Okay, so they don't know where he is. He has still 1 fire going on, and he's down to 4k HP. They absolutely need kills in a desperate way. But as you can see now, Aoba has managed to actually push all his ships into the cap. So right now they stop the cap, the point income of LBF, And now, let's see. What is the LBF reply to this? Okay, the Amagi is gonna get vision of the Baltimore sooner or later. There we go. Okay, so this is a kill for Aoba. They absolutely needed that kill, but they don't need to lose the Amagi in return because LBF is punishing heavily this Amagi for its push inside A, and she might pay the price with her entire ship, honestly. She's healing, but she's under a lot of pressure. Baltimore, Atago, NC, and even the Yakizuki are spamming her. She has a fire, and yeah, I don't see how this Amagi can actually get alive from out of that. Double fire. Yep, this Amagi is definitely going down. If she can delete the Baltimore with his final volley. Nope. He misses, and yep. That was an interesting push from Aoba, but they paid the price with the Amagi. Now this Kagero is now going to contest A, and this Kagero might be the correct ship to actually get A cap. But man, this is still undecided. This Baltimore is now caught by the Martel and he's going down. Okay, so now this Baltimore has the opportunity to contest C and get it for his team. Wow, I didn't see that coming. Aoba is trying to pull off some massive comeback here. Some massive comeback. Will they succeed in that? Because at some point, these guys here with the NC and the Baltimore and the Atago and yada yada are gonna just re-push into the caps. There is no way they're gonna stay back and wait for to be capped out, I guess. So, oof. This Chopper is also, yeah, he's gonna beach here, and it is not gonna be a nice situation to be in because he's gonna be detected by the Baltimore and DNC has his broadside. So this Chapayev is, I think he's dead. He's dead already. If nothing surprising happened to the NC, he's just gonna be deleted with the next NC volley. Watch this. Does the NC have vision of him? No, she doesn't. But if these Baltimore Raiders... Oh, they get vision of him now. Oh, and seashells out. Let's see. No, never mind. My bad. Now she fired. Let's see about this Chapayev. Down to 6k. Baltimore with AP. Improve penetration angles and GG. Well played. So yeah, that was the Chapayev down. LBF is sneaking the Atago in. The Kagero is trying to reset him because now they have two caps. The NC is in a smoke. I think this is the enemy Loyang smoke. Okay. Well, this is something you don't see very often. That an NC all alone is able to actually push into the enemy cap using an enemy destroyer smoke. This is very, very unusual, let's say. I think she wants to kill the LBF NC, which she might, but she might get torpedoed by the Loyang. Ooh, nice torpedo from the Loyang. She didn't manage to kill the NC, and she's now under a lot of pressure from the Martel. She manages to kill him with the last volley, but now it is under. She's flooding and she's on fire as well, so she's definitely gonna go down. But man, this match is tough. This match is actually tough, and I didn't expect this match to go like that after seeing what happened in the previous one. No, not in the previous one, but how it was the, the opening of this match. This NC is still on. Is it still afloat? Wow, impressive. And now, of course, it is a Aoba win because LBF doesn't have any kind of point income yet. This Atago didn't manage to cap A yet, so... But still, the Aoba guys lost too much HP and too many ships. And now, no. I think they are not gonna be able to actually survive that. I mean, here they can just try to push back inside B, but their only healthy ship is this Baltimore, and Baltimore doesn't deal well against NC because of the overmatch. So I don't see this happening for Aoba. They might try to do that. I mean, props to them for actually trying. And this Baltimore is eating a torpedo from the Loyang. But luckily for him, he's eating it on the front instead of the belt. They are also contesting B, and now it is still an LBF win because they managed to get A, and there is absolutely no way Aoba can keep A back, and now the LBF guys are just gonna steam into B, and they're gonna smash everything they see, because as I said, the only healthy ship that Aoba has left is the Baltimore, which is a squish ship against NC. Even though this NC has managed to heal a bit, and she's making her way back inside B. Let's see. Shots out on the Atago. Just a little bit short, a little bit unfortunate with the dispersion as well. But man, this match is not over. It is not over. The HP disadvantage that Aoba has, it is not that big anymore. As you can see, they managed to recover quite a bit of that disadvantage that they had. They have two ships that are far out of position, which are this Loyang and this Martel, which is completely useless for his team right now. He has to rejoin the fight somehow. And yeah, now the Baltimore is being farmed down pretty badly. He is forced to actually contest B to prolong the match as much as he can. But against an Akizuki that is able to farm him for free. Yeah, this Loyang manages to torp the Aoba Loyang as well. Baltimore goes down, and this is definitely over for Aoba in this match. But man, that was not close. That was very close actually. That was insanely close for how the match was deploying from the very first minutes. Wow. Nice job, Aoba, for actually keeping this match alive till the very, very end. Well done. Now this NC is going for the last desperate push in, but yeah, she might get the Baltimore, but this guy is just reversing. He's on fire. He's being spammed by the Kagero. This Baltimore might actually go down because he doesn't have the repair party apparently. 800 HP. He might live with a... Nope. Okay. The NC managed to get the Atago. Kagero gets the Baltimore. Wow, this match is never over. But now... Okay, now it is over. Is it? Okay. Now Aoba is left with this Martel with no HP again, and this Kagero against Akizuki, NC, Loyang, and Martel. Wow, what an insanely close match. Well done to both teams. They're actually I don't know, providing us a good show, guys. They're actually providing a very interesting show. Martel with AP trying to get his Citadel, but this guy is playing smartly and he is gonna kill this Martel. And now the final engagement of this match, it is Kagero against Akizuki, a very unfair engagement. GG, well played to both teams. I think that LBF was a little bit passive in the mid game, but the early game was amazingly well played by LBF. Aoba instead was actually playing very passive in the first part of the match, but then they pulled when it was needed. They tried to pull off a insanely good push, and my god, that was an interesting match to watch. Well done to both teams. GG.